Hey everybody, HonestlySarcastc with Tuesday's Chess Day again. So what you're going to be seeing again is another 7-win expedition. For the most part, I'm just trying to post the 7-win ones, which is honestly most of my expeditions. But I want you guys to be capable of like seeing where I'm going with the picks, and that I'm not going like heavy on the early game, primarily because if you miss your curve and you went with like an aggro deck, or like a rush tendency where you need to hit curve 1, 2, 3, and you miss on that because of the mulligan, you kind of set yourself too far behind. So I focus heavily in that like 3, 4, 5 range to make sure that we're not getting blown out by aggro themselves. We're kind of making like efficient trades and just slowly getting to the late game. And then once we're at the late game, we're just going to be like big thing after big thing after big thing, and like plenty of protection and different stuff like that. So in this one, you're going to actually see me start off with Jinx and Ezreal. And we like splash into Shadow Isles because I think Rekindler is a super strong card. Obviously with Ezreal and Jinx, either one you can get is going to be okay, but it's not the levels of, taking like a Thresh or a Hecarim. But in the future 2 champion picks, we actually pick up 2 Threshes. So then things get much better there. And even though I have Jinx, I'm treating her more as a 4-drop, 4-3 quick attack. If I somehow dump my hand out, cool, she flips and does her thing. I'm not going to stretch my my deck trying to make Ezreal like have a million spells either. I'm just using them for like consistency. A 4-drop, 4-3 quick attack's cool. Ezreal, elusive swings in, gets me mystic shots to help take out some of the early game. That's fine. And then it's just, Thresh is a big challenger unit. But you'll see that I just kind of go lean into the heavy game. You'll see me have like 3 Rekindlers. I'll have like a couple Ruinations. And it's just like, put some stuff out. Everything's fine. Oh, things aren't fine. Wipe the board. Reset up again. Oh, still not good. Like let's continue. So like you're gonna see me heavy on the really good removal. I'm not gonna be taking like pretty much terrible spell cards. I'm gonna just efficient cards over and over and over. And in the games you'll see that it kind of gets me through things because of that. But hope everything's going well. If you guys have questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment. If you have a question on why I make a certain play at a certain time, if you leave a timestamp. And then, try to give me as much breakdown as possible. I don't mind going to view real quick, and I can let you know why I did something. In general, obviously, we're all human. We're going to make tons of mistakes. Usually I notice it right away, and I make comments of it, and I just like, oh my God, why? But, hope you guys enjoy. Have a great one. Deuces. Hey, everybody. So we'll be going to an expedition here. Really not sure what I'm going to end up with, but we'll see. Ooh, I have a draft token. Oh, baby. Alright. Never even finished the 3rd expedition set last week. Alright, so this becomes interesting. We have access to what? Jinx, Thermo, some Dredger. I think Jinx is quite good. Just because if you can actively spend your hand out and get her to flip, she's amazing. The dilemma is that, like, Expedition is very good to kind of just have, that mid to late game, play a bunch of 5/5s and things like that, and you'll be in a good position. And they're not particularly great at that. But we'll see. Thermo's a good card. Some Dredger is pretty terrible because like he comes down fast, he can get damage in, but then he trades out with like 2-drop 3/2s real easily. Karma, you probably see her all the time. Running around and ranked and stuff right now. She's really good if you get to Enlightened, but her way there is troublesome. Zephyr Sage for, pretty much like a free copy card is like okay. The 4/4 is a little brutal for 6, but, you could get anything, so that's largely problematic, and Yoni's fine. The stunning 2 guys in certain situations is going to be really strong, because like you could open play him to stun 2 guys and then like swing out, they get to play 1 guy in response. Fiora, pretty good aggression. Challenger 3/3, like it's whatever. But like I think of her more as just a regular dude at that point, unless you're gonna build around her. And then Fleet Feather Tracker, relatively solid. 1-drop 2/1 gets in late game, can try to pull certain guys and detain. I think I'm gonna go a little riskier here. I'm gonna take Jinx. I just kind of want to play her a bit more in Expedition, and I'm willing to kind of gamble, I guess is how I'd say it. So the real test is whether we take more Piltover here I really love chump bumps. There's no chump bump here, but just that curve is really strong. Unlicensed, if we skip 1 and 2 is good. True Shot Barrage is like solid for tempo. Ezreal's like so. He's weird because like you can clear at board, but if you start getting to situations where your opponent's just playing like 5-5 after 5-5, like he just doesn't do a ton. Darius is a big boy. Guile's like so, and Sentry is so as far as I'm concerned. Um, Man, like Karma's perfectly fine, but this region doesn't bode well removal wise, which is like normally my concern. Like you can get Deny, you can get like Will of Ionia. They got like a couple barrier cards. They have at least one, I think. The 3-cost one's actually Demacia, but the 4-cost one gives you lifesteal with it. I'm gonna go with the Ezra here because it's just the better cards. I just want the better card quality. Like even if let's say I'm not happy with my champion, I could potentially trade him out and like be okay with that. So there's an Urchin here with the Chompers. Chompers will work with Urchin and Sump Dredger. Not really ecstatic about that. Academy Prodigy is really good for swinging. You just got to be careful of any of the 1 damage spells, and Mystic Shot is obviously good, right? Feyblade Twirler is very good if you have Stun or Recall, but seeing as we have Piltover right now, you're not like Noxus and Ionia is the Stun Recall stuff. So like this just isn't very good to me. So we're gonna take the Prodigy and the Mystic Shot, kind of like cements our early game and some removal. We get a beautiful chump bump here. The other packs are gonna have to be really good to beat this guy, because if we ever find Rummages, it sets up well there. It sets up for the Sump Dredger. Pretty much that. Like if we get Exciteds. Jury Rig's kind of like pseudo terrible, but same thing. Like Sump Dredger, you set up just the fact that because it has burst, you can make a chump blocker out of nowhere. So like it's okay. We get the Urchin here with the Maps. Maps is actually quite good. Don't sleep on it. But Urchin's another discard outlet. Then we get Rekindler and Glimpse Beyond. All right, so I'm gonna skip on Chump Bump here, because Rekindler is actually just that good. Because we're getting a champion, like sure, Ezreal's kind of like weak and trashy, but if you get like a Jinx back, you're getting a 4/4 and a 4/3 quick attack. Like that's very good, and Glimpses is just good for your guys that they're gonna kill. Plus Shadow Owls are just a strong region in general. So as long as we avoid like the ephemeral stuff, we'll be fine. So there's a Grasp and a Withering Wail if we want removal. Chompers and Slump Dredger, I want no part of that. Like that's the issue with it, is like when you go Piltover, you're gonna get this like the discard pile. And like they're not largely amazing. Or we can grab a Rekindler again and a Warden's Prey. Warden's Prey places itself, which is solid. Rekindler sets up with Jinx, and then if we get Thresh, if we get Heimerdinger, like those are fine. I think I'm fine just having the Rekindler because like I really do like him a lot. All right, so now we got to look at stuff. So we have Sump Snipe. We don't know how much we're gonna end up going the 2 regions, but Sump Snipe makes a 0-cost map, and so you can pretty much have a 4-drop 4/3 elusive, or give some other guy elusive, or you can just hold it in hand for future rounds, which is very good. Puffcat Peddler, just treat him as a generic 3/3 for 3. That's like solid, and has these spells that can like maybe poke a damage or 2 by the time the game ends. So like that's fine. Tortured Prodigy. So when an ally dies, refill your spell mana. The stats are quite good because they just buffed it. Or so not quite good, right? Like you're paying 1 for the ability pretty much, because the justification is you pay 4 for a 4/4, right? So if we had lots of like sacrifice effects like glimpses and stuff, you can do some stuff where you like glimpse, sack your guy, draw the 2 cards, get the extra spell mana, and then play like a big spell like an unlicensed or a true shot that you wouldn't have had enough for before. And then Chronicler Ruin, kill an ally, revive it, so you can get like last breath effects, you can get heal effects. It works very well with Rekindler. If any of your guys are like injured a bit, you can heal via sacrifice. Trigger the Warden's Prey. So like I don't hate this pack. They're okay for like that mid game. Chronicler of Ruin realistically is bananas with Rekindler though. So you have to be like, oh, that's amazing. If we had more sacrifice effects, possessions quite good. Like Ravenous Butcher gives you a sac effect, but we're not going that path, I guess is how I'd say it. So the question here is, do I take kill an ally, revive it, and a Tortured Prodigy? And it feels like I should just take Sump Snipe and Puffcat, to be honest with you. I'm just like I love Rekindler, so I'm just like, oh, I could abuse Rekindler. But this is actually, I think this is very wrong. So we're gonna take the Sump Snipe and the Puffcat, just because they're solid guys, and we want to make sure we have that, solid mid game. Because like if we Rekindler Jinx, but Jinx never got the flip, like how good is that really? So there's a Thermo here with a 2-drop that gives us 2 spell mana. The 2 spell mana sets up very well for Thermos. Mystic Shot, so like we could actually hit curve and be like fine there with the spells. Especially when you have like Unlicensed and True Shot, right? Because if you Eager on 2, so if you skip 1, Eager on 2, you can still Unlicensed on 3. Or if you, skip 1, play Eager on 2, you'll have 3 there. So then on 4, like if you play a 3 on 3, and then on 4, you could actually True Shot Barrage and have like amazing tempo. Sacrifice. We don't really have Sacrifice besides the one Glimpse. So Curse Keeper is hard to use. Soul Gorger is like so-so, but is late. We can go Sump Snipe in an amateur Aeronaut. Aeronaut. I really want the Thermo removal, but like you have no idea. Like Elusive's amazing, right? When you play Elusives, you just like put yourself in a good position. This would get our numbers high for Piltover. So I'd say if I was playing kind of the more control game, I'd probably just take the Thermos because they actually just keep killing guys late game, right? Like you don't have to worry about anything. But I'm gonna take the Sump Snipe and the Aeronaut. Can I bring myself to do that? Yeah, we're gonna take Sump Snipe and the Aeronaut. Just because they have a level of aggression. Sump Knight just make himself a 4/3 elusive and they just keep bashing in the whole game, 5-round clock. So here we get a Get Excited removal plus a 2-drop 3/1. We're low on our 2-drops, so like this just seems amazing. But always check the other ones because we're not gonna just be fools, right? So Mushroom Cloud, really don't want any part of it. Mystic Shot's great, but we don't want the cloud. Then it's Tortured Prodigy back with a Withering Wail. Here, I can easily take Get Excited Academy Prodigy and be happy with it. Swinging with quick attacks makes it so that until they get bigger than your guy, like you're perfectly content with what's there. So the box can be good late if they drop a bunch of guys all at once. Usually speaking, that doesn't happen here. If this was like constructed, then like Wraith Caller situations and things like that, and then you're just like jackpot, I got the guy. Golden Crush Bot as a 2/5 is perfectly fine. Like he can block stuff up decently well. So like this pack's not terrible. Clump of Wumps, 2/2, get a Mushroom Cloud, so-so. Can trade with some of the early stuff, but not being able to kill any of the 2/3s is a little rough. Amateur and Aeronaut, 2/3 elusive. We know Kinko Lifeblade, what used to be these stats, and had Lifesteal for 1 more. It's like so-so, it's fine. But here we get Chump Bump. I love me some Chump Bump, especially if we have, Get Excited and Sump Dredger. Sump Dredger later is like perfectly fine. And Zaunite Urchin. So Zaunite Urchin will give us a 1-drop for curve, as well as being able to like filter out like trash cards. So like I'm happy about taking the Chump Bump there for our curve. The important part is to like always monitor your stuff. Like if you go heavy duty on the 1s and 2s, you're gonna have to make sure you have that 1-2 curve, because if you miss it, you probably just lose the game. You don't have like the late game to kind of cover, right? So I want to have enough of them so that I can I can potentially hit like 1, 2, or just have like a 2 and then hit a 3. But I definitely don't want to miss 3 or 4. You want to get that big bump up in stats. So if an opponent curves out at the beginning, you can like fight back with your guys, or at least threaten them. Where if you're trading with their guys, their little guys stayed back, right? So we have 3 3-drops, we have 3 2-drops, we have 2 1-drops. So we're like, oh, okay, that's fine. 4 4-drops, and then we're missing the 5, and we come back at 6. So it's like this is fine. Splinter Soul, you can actually Splinter Soul like Sump Snipe and get the and trigger the Allegiance. So that's relevant. You could do it with Rekindler. You can Chump Bump to get 2 cards. Peddler if you want to put a bunch of mushrooms in. Copy an Ezreal swing, get like the extra Mystic Shot. Copy the Urchin because it's the play discard a card, and then when it dies you'll draw, so like you'll filter out with it. And then there's a Warden Spray. Like I don't particularly love these. They're just options, right? Funsmith, our spells and skills deal 1 extra, so it's like okay. Black Spear, guard dies, we can deal 3. That's a solid. And then we get an Urchin and a back alley Barkeep. So the Urchin filters through stuff again. We have what? We have 2 Stump Snipes if we want to filter through the elusives. We have Chump Wump. We don't particularly have a bunch of trash cards, but you know, when we hit the mid late game, we could dump our early game through that and just filter out. And then back alley barkeep's like a fine 4 he replaces. So like I think I would take this, or actually hold on. So we have True Shot Barrage, right? Funsmith with True Shot would do a 4-3-2, which would be disgusting. It would pump to Get Excited. It would pump the Mystic. It would pump the Thermos. Doesn't do a whole lot past that. So like I'd be fine just not having a Black Spear, but having the guys. All right, so we get a jury, and we do need to monitor the. We need to be heavy in Piltover because of the allegiance. So Jerry Rig, which we can dump to one of the Zaunites and get a 1/1 in the process, or some Dredger. It's like, okay, that's fine. 3-drop 2/3 elusive, solid. Skitterer and Arachnoid Horror are very good for aggression. So like we could be content taking those, right? And then Mist Wraith and Chronicler of Ruin, perfectly fine. Chronicler works with Urgent to just straight up draw a card. Also works with Back Alley Barkeep, works with Chump Wump, works with the Sump Snipes, works with Rekindler. So if we wanted some of those interactions, we could definitely go there with that. This is tough because like this has a 2-drop, and we're not. I don't think we need to push harder early. Actually, we don't have a lot of like late game, which is like the difficulty here, right? I'm going to take the Mist Wraith Chronicler. I think that the value I can get from these is going to be fine. Mist Wraith's just a solid guy. 2/2. I'm not likely to have the Wraith Collar, but so here's the thing. If I take these, it does mess up my my percentages for some snipe. So it's like, oh, do I do that? And I think I'd be okay, because I think my plan is to find Jinx and like run out of cards pretty much. I take the Amateur Aeronaut. I can hit small. But I think we're just going to try to get extra value from Chronicler. And this could just be very, very wrong at the end of this, right? Like, I could just be absolutely incorrect. Ooh, 3rd Rekindler? Do I just make people hate me? Mark makes our small guys, like, trade out. That's real strong. Aristocrat, good for sacking. Curse Keeper, good for sacking. We do have a Chronicler of Ruin and a Glimpse. Seems like overkill, though, if we're really trying to force that. But we still have 2 more picks after this, the 13th and 4th, and then a trade. So there's some potential. Chempunk can be quite good because of the 1 damage. Pinging off small guys that you like got feasible trades with. We're going to greed the Rekindler here. I think my 3rd and 4th champion are going to be good, and then I could potentially hopefully trade out Ezreal because I just don't have enough spells. Cursed Keeper and a Mist Call. Mist Call is really good here because of, you know, Rekindler stuff. Chump Bump can come back. Back Alley Barkeep can come back. Same reasons I'm running Chronicler. It's like, okay, well, like Mist Call's there. Curse Keeper's, like I said, so-so, but we have a couple sack effects. Fraser Von Yip doesn't work too well for us. Flame Chomper we have to pitch. So it's either we go kind of YOLO with Curse Keeper Mist Call, or we take the removal. And I think this is easily the removal. Because if I take Mist Call, I'm just doing crazy stuff at that point, trying to like protect guys. Especially over 2 pieces of removal. That's like an all day for me. Oh my god. Okay. So we look back at the account, we're at 19.9. So our Slump Snipe scavengers are pretty much going to be operating at like 67%. 2 out of 3 times I cast it, I'll get it, right? So we have a couple options here. We can take Augmented Experimenter with Rummage, which sets up like Jinx stuff. Or Rasa, who is just bananas, right? If you're trading out the early stuff, you can kill a couple late games, and you still have the Mist Call. This seems like an auto. And then Eager Apprentice plus an Unlicensed. We have some early games, so we don't need to do that. I think this is easily Rasa plus Mist Call. The Experimenter plus Rummage package can be really good for filtering out, and if we were like trying to flip Jinx or like take the trash cards that we get off of like Back Alley or Chump Ump and throw them. But we don't have a bunch of Chump Umps. We have like Rekindlers and stuff for late game, so we might as well just go super late here with the Rasa. We have now it'll give us a big guy and some removal. So interestingly enough, we get a trade out to have a Ruination if we give up the Mist Call. Or the Mist's Call. What do we have? We have 1911, so we're operating at low efficiency with the Allegiance. We could trade our Mist Wraith for a Scuttle, but we don't have any of the generate guys for like Ephemeral. We can switch out a Missed Call for Ruination, which gives us a board wipe, which is sweet. And then, or we can get a Chronicler of Ruin for an Academy Prodigy. I think this is easily switch out for the Ruination, so we could just, have our board state, and then someone plays a bunch of dudes, and we just kill them all. It gives us an eject button at the end, which should be relatively solid, especially if we just wipe the board and then, like, next round Rekindler, right? This is going to be kind of tough because, like, we don't have a ton of, like, the 5/5 or 6/6 guys. Whereas, like, if we were Freljord, we'd have, Alpha Wild Claws and a bunch of, like, 5/5 Yeti type things. Alright, so we hit some curve here. I think we just don't want the Sum Dredger. Yeah, they don't have damage spells, so I'd be fine. What am I attacking on? Odds. So he's actually not even good here. Let's dump those and just keep our 2-drop. We're going to look for other stuff. Alright, so, like, that, we're okay with that. We do have to be careful of Avalanche and then pump spells. Alright, so that bird's going to kill our guy. But we're not super unhappy about the bird killing our guy. Ooh, he swung immediately. So the question is do I attack immediately? I think because we hit the Mystic Shot, I'm okay with it. Like, we can just swing with these guys, and even if he plays like a 2/5 here, we could beat it. If he plays a really big guy, we could, like, swing, he blocks, we Mystic Shot and beat it. If he sneaky pumps this guy, we beat it. We lose to a Brittle Steel, though. But in theory, if he Brittle Steals, we could just burn out the bird. I 2-for-1 off of this Mystic Shot. I think I'm okay with this. He wants to fight our guy, so he was going to 2-for-1 himself, but would I play this as a 3/1 quick attack? And I think the answer is yes if I could right now. It'll get us 6 damage in theory. Holy shit. So he gave up 2 single combats for that. Okay. I'm cool with that. That single combat would have probably got us later on something. He'd have, like, a big guy. So, like, that was just really odd. We just back alley Barkeep and move on with life. I don't think he has, like, an avalanche or something, because otherwise he would have just blocked. Soul Gorger. Okay. So we'll just swing here. There's too many 5-drops available in Demacia. So, like, we could do something here where we, like, if he plays, like, the 5/5 lifesteal, we could, play Zaunite, sack a guy, wait around for a couple rounds, wait for his board to get crazy high, and then just, like, Ruination. Yeah, so that was the expectation here. This Rasa is pretty rude, not gonna lie. Yeah, so he gets back up to full here. It's fine. Curious what he'll play after, though. Oh, hello. I'm playing this 2-3 not to think I'm gonna win with it. It's just so that shit doesn't look really weird. If he swings, I don't have to Ruination. I could just sack my guys. Or sack one guy and then Rasa. And then I didn't actually give up anything. If he had filled out the board more, we would obviously just Ruination. Now he's like, oh. Damn, should have played more guys. Fight. This guy and his love of fight spells. I could just sack to draw. We're going to our round anyways. I'd be okay just drawing here. Any single combats you got, bro? So my thinking is to just Soul Gorger to stall up the game a bit more. We're at 9 though, so like we could play another guy with it. I think the Soul Gorger here makes the most sense. It can like stall these guys and get us health. And if he plays a couple more big guys, he can only swing one at a time. Once he gets to a board state, we just Ruination and move on. Like he does have a Nivea Fiora. Once I have 12, I can actually Ruination, then kill a Nivea. Yeah, we're okay with this. Could have just ended the round. He clearly has stuff. But he's been burning tricks out like a monster, so. Sure. I don't know why I didn't attack with the elusive. Don't ask me this. I'm out of my mind right now. I'm thinking too much about this Ruination. I just forget I even have a dude at that point. So yeah, this is going to be Ruination until we get excited. I have some mild concerns about playing the Ruination and then the Get Excited not killing the guy. So I set up here to Get Excited first. Because they'll usually let this first one through and then pump the egg. See, now that's where it gets weird, right? Like, you're just like, wait a second. Hmm. The reason I'm playing her is because she can fight and kill a guy, and I can pull her back with Rekindler. We're not going to burn the Sumpwork maps. But yeah, I've been holding this Ruination for years. We saw the Nivea, so it's just like it was easy to kind of determine that's what we should do. And like, I don't think I'm playing against someone with one win because I thought the champion's usually the second, but so that should mean they have two. Let's see if they have another protection spell. You have to make another 5/5 so that Anivia could potentially block. I mean, so like Anivia could die and then I could Ruination. But yes, I could have Ruinationed, potentially just killed her off of that. Oh, she kept the fucking health when she flipped back. That's bullshit. Whatever, we'll just Rekindler and swing again. Okay. Well, he's out of stuff now, right? Like, I have a full hand, man. I know you know 3 of these cards. That's hilarious. I can just straight up Thermo. Or straight up Ruination, then Thermo it. I didn't attack first. Hope is that he has another dude in hand I can Ruination. There's only 10 cards left in my deck. I've been trying to Ruinate for 5 years. Okay. If the egg maintained +3 health is how we lose. Actually, he can just jam the for Demacia. This might have been a huge mistake. If he had jammed that, we would have cried. So many Rekindlers. So I play all of these guys. I don't have rummages and stuff, so I'll just play this once. The 3 spell mana is there, so it's all irrelevant. That's lethal. I don't even need to play the cards in my hand. Yeah, he scooped it up. Very few people can try to kill an Anivia that many times. I kept the 1 cap because of the Zaun Night Urchin we have left in the deck. Okay. So, we have an Ezreal, which we don't care about. A Tortured Prodigy, we still don't care about. An Eager Apprentice. We can go a second Jinx. That's another Get Excited. But unfortunately, there's a Sump Dredger there. Or, we can do Thresh for Challenger, Prodigy, and a Grasp. I think trying to push Jinx so much is probably terrible. I'm fine here taking a Thresh. We do have 3 Rekindlers, and this is like a better curve card. We have, let's see how many actual Ruin. So we have Ruination, True Shot. That's 2. 3 spells for damage. I'm only counting damage spells. 4, 5, 6. So we have 7 damage spells. And the other 3 spells are Glimpse to Draw. Where was it? I'm missing something somewhere. Hold on. I was like, Glimpse to Draw, Mark to Pump, and I saw it a second ago. Why can't I find it now? Oh, and then a License for a Dude. So, this gives us an extra spell. That's good. And a 3rd champ that we are content getting Rekindler with. Who knows? Maybe one day we flip the Ezreal. Doesn't seem likely. We're just going to hope to trade him one day. All right, so what are we working with? We're working with Heimerdinger Karma, so he's probably going to be a little slow to start. We're cool with that. I think we don't want that. want to say we don't want the True Shot Barrage. This gives us a shot at finding a 1-drop, which we did, and then a potential 3-drop. The question here is what to dump. What to dump. Those guys both died at Grasp, so we're not ditching a Grasp. I guess I can ditch a Rekindler. Not particularly happy about that, but I don't really want to ditch my 4, and there's no way I'm ditching my 2, right? So, like, Static Shock, in theory, would be the major concern here, but they don't have it early just yet. It would be next round. So if they pass here, that's a concern. This is fine. Yeah, they obviously take that trade, and we get in for 3. We get to play Aeronaut on their round. So far, so good. All right. We're getting that curve, that sweet, sweet curve where we can't play any spells. We can't even underdrop here to, like, effectively do stuff. We play the 2-3 because it can actually block and fight it. So counting the number of Shadow Isles cards left in my deck, I should have 3, 6, 8. I have 8 left. I'm counting for Sump Snipe in the odds of hitting. Because Piltover has 4/4s here, I'm very likely to just attack and not try to play a guy first. Because Chump Wump could come down. We could see, like, him drawing, like, a golden crush bot. Ionia has the turtle. So I'd rather get in here with this than try to play this and maybe get into elusive. He can only block the 3/1 and he would give up his guy without a combat trick. Alright, so we see a Puff Cap. I'm fine playing the Sump Snipe Scavenger here. Now we can YOLO. So we did get it. Is there a world where we want an elusive Thresh? We're probably content just making this guy elusive. He'd probably get excited at here, though. Okay. I don't mind holding this for some point later. Making our 3/1 elusive's not something I'm looking to do, but I could do it. See, would that be mighty annoying? If he does it, I don't block the Peddler if it swings. But every time I attack, he's kind of screwed. Yeah, we'll do that. Because I can Thresh on his turn. And it's the only time it's going to be 0. So I wouldn't be able to cast it for 2 rounds. Meaning I would have already gotten through my next attack. So no point just jamming it there. If he plays something threatening, I could grasp it. I'm not particularly afraid of the Peddler. 2 Peddlers, on the other hand, is a whole other story. So if I kill his guys... No, we'll just Thresh. I don't care if he Puff Caps me. We're going 5 in the air, and we're gonna pull him in and kill 1. Those are bursts, so I couldn't stop them anyways. So he might think, like, oh crap, I need to get rid of these. So he'll have 6 and 2 on his round. He could cast, like, a Will of Ionia. Here he could cast, like, a Mystic Shot. But if while I'm killing those and hitting his face, he's trying to cap me, it's just, they're not good odds. Alright, so he rummage dumped him because he needed to find something. Which makes perfect sense. He got 6 in at the same time. Because he's not going to pure Puff Cap kill me. He needs removal right now. They don't really have access to large guys. Thermal's the only thing I can think of that's slow. That would be largely relevant for them here. Welcome, Mended and Rev. Welcome.
What's up, Joe?
Not too much, guys. Not too much. All right. So we're gonna go beat up some little guys. See what removal he has. If Thresh dies, we don't even care. We still have 2 more Rekindlers in the deck. I say more because we threw one away to a Zaun Night Urchin, if you guys weren't here earlier. I'm intrigued, friend. What do you got? What you got for me, bro? Oh, two spells. All right, get excited. Okay, so you want to trade there. And a Mystic. All right, so you're going to kill my guy. So in that case, let's just mess up your puff capping plan here. Because that feels terrible. I could have sacked my guy and drew 2 cards. And still had 3 left to play the chump bump. Whatever. We only have 15 caps in deck. And we gave up our kill for Heimerdinger and Karma. This could become largely problematic because I got ahead of myself there. Not likely just because we have Puff Cap Snipe Scan. Alright. So let's go with our own. You think we ain't got no 4/4s, bro? We got the 4/4s. You want to fight? I bet I got better combat tricks than you. They're just not in my hand. Alright, let's go, son. You got a barrier? Show me a barrier. I'll sack my chump bump so fast. Okay. Sure. I get hit for 3. We feel great about that. Let's put this guy down. I can do 8 caps per shroom. Oh, baby. I heavily considered just playing Zaun Night Urchin, pissing a shroom, and then glimpsing it to find a fresh grip. But this guy gets to swing through here. He's going to get blocked up by the challenger. Come on, guy. What are you doing? Forget you got the button. It lights up blue. Damn, homie. We all have families, man. We have stuff we could go back and do. Why, hello. Oh. Well.
Did he quit without surrendering?
Maybe. Could have disconnected. Could have rage quit. It's hard to know.
Knowing you, probably he rage quit.
Maybe. That's usually the MO, right? You failure of a man. Alright, so we know it's a Shadow Owls card on top. Alright, let's just end the turn before he gets back. Oh, if we we let him end the turn and then go back and then swing. Should be a his Nexus should blow up here. Okay. There we go. They do like 2 full rounds of you doing that, and they like end the game. Well, we went from an educational experience to a sit fest. We wait 1 second. What rewards I got here? Where am I at? 12? For Demacia? What am I doing on Demacia? I guess the other option was Shadow Isles or Freljord. Let's go back to Freljord. What are we doing here? I want that champion. Do we care about the champion? Nah, like we want Demacia. I don't know what I want from Demacia. I just made the decision after questioning myself several times that I want it. Alright. So we can get rid of our pump for a Get Excited. We can get rid of a Mistwraith for an Amateur Aeronaut. We can get a Warden's Prey for a Thermo. We all know I love my Thermos. Doesn't matter what point of the game we are, this thing's usually live. Did you guys see the game where I held the Ruination for like 8 turns versus Anivia?
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I kept trying to get the Anivia, so like I like killed it and then I tried to Get Excited it and he was like no, and I was like alright. And then like at some point he put like more guys down, so then I like traded with a bunch and then I like killed it and then I tried to like Mystic Shot it and he was like no. And I was like okay. And then then at some point I was like alright. I like swing. He like did whatever stuff. I think played a guy I Ruinationed and then I Thermoed it. And I was like, all right, bye-bye. We did it, fam. We did it. We want to throw away this Mistwraith, but it's stuck in our hand. Let's get rid of this stuff and find something else to play that's better than Mistwraith. Oh, we don't want to dump those either. You play a 1-drop, so I can throw away my Mistwraith. Well, I love my curve, but I don't care about that guy. So we'll just get Spell Mana and pray for a 3-drop. Sounds great. All right. We're in accordance with you there. I'll just swing here. Great. I hit you. Your move. Great. You swing into my guy, so I draw a new guy? Wait. All right, Fiora Teemo this time. You play Fiora, she dies? Huh? I guess you play that guy, he dies. Or I just play a 5/5. I like playing a 5/5. Oh my god, he ended.
What the fuck is going on, Joe?
Yo, we don't ask questions here. I think because it looked like when to go play a spell, he decided to end. He's like, oh, this guy wants to play something after I attack. Let me end turn. Sure, whatever you got, fam. We Gucci. So if you pull this guy in, you're not swinging those into this guy. And I'm not giving up anything from my hand for this. So, you have a field day, good sir. You feel like you got me to not attack. You're correct. I didn't attack with my 5/5, but it's only because my hand is so ridiculous that you just don't know.
So with this, do you bait with like the Get Excited and then follow up with a Thermo or something to make sure you get the Fiora, or do you just not care?
No, I just pass. He's gonna have to pull my 2-1 first.
Right.
He passed the turn.
What the fuck is he doing? Is he just waiting for you to spend your spell mana and shit?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a for Demacia or something.
Okay.
Do I have anything to abuse this with? No. Okay. That seems cool. But I want to do it on his turn. We'll be at 7 on that one. Like, I'm kind of afraid going to the late game with this guy, but, like, I'm not at the same time. That sucked. Forgot to play my 1-drop. Alright, I gotta know. Do I? Yes. I don't have any commentary for you guys because I don't know what's going on and I can't explain it if I wanted to. This just seems like a... You attack. No, you attack. Like when you don't hang up the phone, right? Like... Alright, so we got a single combat out of that. That guy's sad. What are we at? We at 3? Okay. Okay. You can hit me for 2. Man, where were you at? I needed you first. So many things died. How big is it? 11. Okay.
Damn. He's 11 to kill him?
Yeah. Well, he thermoed it, so it's like, okay. Wait, what's his champions again? I already forgot. Okay, Team on Fiora. That team was not doing nothing. Feels weird pitching a grasp for this. That's classic. Should just be the chump wump. I mean, the clump of wumps. I don't even know the name. Jesus. Oh, hello. Okay, guy. You wait for me to play this thing? I don't need to. This feels like so much troll. Like, oh, he didn't have another guy to pull my guy. Okay. I was like, I don't understand. It's like he's watching me, knowing I'm scheming. What? What's happening? I don't understand. This game's gonna end with an elusive 7-5 Rasa. I could actually cast Rasa and swing right now. I just have to cast it at this point, I think. The value's non-existent. Oh, detain. Sure. Purify Zone guy? Oh, okay. These are sneaky plays. So this is what he was waiting for. Be a thermo. Be my hero. Damn it. I want it to be like another single combat. It's like, kill your guy? Sure. Actually, I don't know if he creates it anymore. I assume it's still there. Yeah. Thank you. May I have my guy back? Appreciate that. Can you be my hero, baby? No. Dude, that was the weirdest game I've ever played. Do you guys have thoughts on that? Because I don't know, man. That guy quite liberally took the past battle. They keep trying to give me Ezreal. I refuse. Those are pretty good cards, though. Alright, so we get Thresh with a Ruination. And again, a Benefactor, okay. Or Jinx, a Thermo, and a Yip. Yeah, I think this is easily Ruination. And another dude. We just love value. We're just good. Our Ezreal actually did something, though. He got our Rasa back. That man caught a freaking get excited to the face. These poor ladies. Most of the spells in my deck kill them. And there's a lot of those. So what are we looking at? Trip color. Probably some hiding elusive somewhere. I can keep one of these. Give up the 4. Keep the Thresh for killing one of them. I think this makes the most sense. And we just don't actually care about the Peddler. Oh, yes. So our 1-2 are terrible. Absolutely atrocious. Luckily, though, they only swing on 3 and 1. So if they miss their 1, which is pseudo likely with these, probably just like small guys. Yeah, Lonely Poro. So one day you'll be happy, Poro. Also, I sacked a 2-drop. This is like ultimate, honestly sarcastic luck second. I'm like, I'm a maul 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. Here's a 2-drop. I was like, oh shit. So like, any 2-drop you play besides Ice Veil Archer isn't good enough. Oh man, you know what would have been really good? The Challenger one. My guy would have cried. But Jubilant Poro is here. I think that's an interesting thing that like they just flip them like that. But like, I also wish it was like relevant, right? If something was like if you have a Jubilant Poro, you get like some extra other effect. Those days where you can thermal for 1, and you're just like, why would I ever do this? But you guys should have been there yesterday. I was playing on my EU account, so it was like on my laptop because I don't have OBS there. But I played the Stalker Wolf. So the guy got a bunny, and he was the attacker. So he literally attacked and brittle steeled my wolf, but he brittle steeled before I blocked. So it was just like far more disturbing than you could ever imagine. Wonder what that guy has. I don't have any sort of combat trick here. Brittle, my guy? Harsh winds, okay. Sure. I hope it was worth it, friend. I guess your 1/1 can't be blocked by my guy anymore. You betrayed us, you traitor. I know you're only 2/3 likely to hit. You're still a traitor. Can you play a guy so I can Thresh first? So as I kill your guys, I feel better about life. Really want to kill her first, like right now. I actually just don't trust leaving her there. So I'm going to give up all this beautiful Thresh value to make sure she doesn't even get a card. Taking the mushrooms to the face. I was really hoping he'd make the mistake of swinging out. Alright. We're going to play the Mighty Thresh here. If we see an Alpha Wildclaw, we're like, oh. But, okay, so it's just that guy. We have to ask ourselves, do we feel lucky? Get over here. That's the best one. It's literally almost a hook. He's throwing a scythe, and we know that, but that's so Scorpion. What you gonna play, bro? Play whatever spell you want. Oh, get excited. Oh, we're taking that trade. You got it, fam. What kind of nonsense is in your hand? So we could Ruination. There's just no way in hell we're doing that. Oh, Yeti. Yes. Oh, he can attack with shit guys. I could like pull his guy in. Or I could just play this and burn his guy out next round. I'm gonna pay 6 for 7, 10 worth of stats. Here. You may have this. We will have another Thresh. Because that's the bottom line. Stone Cold said so. You scoop yet? Alright, so we got a 2 and a... Oh. Oh. Well. Guess in that case, we'll just... Guess if you block any of my guys, I could just do it the other way. Because I can pull guys in. Maybe I can kill both your guys. So let's go pull some... Yeah, like this is great. Because then we can get some Thresh flips and pull some Jinxes from the deck. Jinx and Ezreal while we're swinging. Seems like the play. You're all tapped out and shit. Should flip Thresh here. I don't think the other one's going to flip, though, I feel like. I feel like he's going to be stuck that way. Oh, no, he flipped. Okay. And we're actually... We're going to play this guy because we're not going to concern ourselves with this 5-1. The Medarda had elusive, so I'm just not going to deal with that. But this 5-1 on the ground, we don't care about. We get to pull our targets in, and we're going to pull in like an Ezreal and stuff. So if he plays some new big guy, that's disgusting. Yeah, so like that right there, we're just like, oh no. No, you can take 9 to the face. There'll be none of that. Go away. Freeze my guy so you flip? Sure. Oh, no, bounced? Okay. Sure. I wonder if you know that you probably just died now. You want to swing? Yeah? No? Okay. We now have a Jinx and an Ezreal attacking as well. Yup. Bye, Felicia. Thresh, 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 Thresh. Rekindler, Thresh. He's the man. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What do we at, like 3 wins? I don't even know. We can get a 4th Rekindler. That one seems great. Or we get another Chump Wump. Chump Wump's also really good. He what? We don't have a Rummage, though. So it just, like, gives us shit to throw away to the one Get Excited. I guess it gives us stuff to the Zaunite Urchins that we draw later. I guess 4 Rekindler would be overkill. But they're so good. Alright, we'll take the other Chump Wump. Yeah, we're at 4 wins. Awesome. One second. Someone's asking me for videos. Karma, Braum, and Nivea. We're going to look for Curve over Get Exciting his guys. There we go. We'll keep Mistwraith for throwing away. Like, in theory, I could have Sump Dredgered there. There's just so much Frost that he has available that I'm fine just losing that. I'm okay just getting 3 in here. There's no reason to be greedy. Oh, hello. We're gonna go Ezreal. The reason being is because the elusive. So it puts pressure on him to not block the 3-1 with Braum if Ezreal's getting in, because then Braum would die. We just pass here because he pulls Ezreal and then we kill it. We just really hate Sump Dredger. The only spell we get wrecked by is the +3 health one for 2 guys. The elixir would trade and we'd be okay with that. So we can swing here. What's he at? 3? Yeah. We get a Mystic Shot. So if he blocks our 3-1, the Braum would die. Yeah. Back alley. Is back alley correct? I think back alley's correct. So we back alley here. We still have the Mystic Shot. And then he passes again. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. I feel that that's correct only because of the amount of health he has. So if we successfully allegiance this and give it elusive, we swing for 5, puts him to 6, and then we could throw the Mystic Shot to put him to 4. Okay. Don't miss us this, bro. We need you now. More than ever. You suck. Sure. He's at 6. This is very dangerous to swing with either of these guys. But I can swing for 2 and just get in. I could do some risky plays. We're not going to, though. We're just going to Sump Snipe. Alright, so he gave it to us. Wow, there's another one of you? Alright, now's the place where we have to kind of decide where we're going with this. We could Ruination and just wipe everything. And I think that's a safe play. Feels bad, but he has 3 lifesteal guys, and I don't want him to get any sort of value off of anything. I could have tried to play Crawling Sensation. Those 1-1s just aren't going to be largely viable, so I'd rather only get in for 2 here. Oh. That's scary. Right. Oh god, that's crazy too. That's real bad for us because we have no way to ever interact with the thermo on it. Like we have to kill it. It has to take damage first. Oh my god. That's actually hilarious. Hold on. I got 13. That's exactly what I need for Rasa plus the other guy. But I have to give up a guy here to do this.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. Not much. I could grasp this and put him to 1. And it would put 3 calves in his deck. And there's a chance of him dying. Or I could just go kill a Nivea. We're gonna go try to kill a Nivea. Throw them puff caps in, baby. We need you. Now more than ever. Yeah. Frozen. Who cares? Yeah, jerk. Ooh! We got some gasoline coming. Oh, baby. Oh, that's a big boy. No, you just need to die. Sorry. I really wanted Jinx to flip, but not at the sake of dying, right? Like. Ah, you jerk. Right, so you go here. If I go here and here, I go to 13. Yep. What, I need Rekindler or something? No. Oh, what a dick. It's largely irrelevant here because I can't swing anyways, but he's going to have a full board. I don't have anything I can respond with. It would have to be some crazy shit where he plays another like pump spell or some stun thing. And I get like Ruination off the top. Or he magically draws 11 puff caps. Let's go with that magic 11. We'll take like the 0.0001% chance of death here. Ooh, this skips him from getting a guy off of the deck. Or does it just die? Nope, poop and glimpse. We did. Stupid Anivia. Oh shit, would I exit the game? Holy crap. 1 second. Thought I hit surrender. I must have just fucking QQ cried exit. That was great. Sorry about that, guys. Whenever it wants to open would be sweet, though. There we go. All right. So we could get rid of a Chronicler for a Scribe. Which is so-so. It does get me +1 back, and I don't have to worry about Rekindler shit. What do I got? Rekindler, Chump Bumps, Back Alley. But it has to be a guy that died. I really don't care about the other ones. I think the Scribe makes sense. Alright, let's go see my failure here. Yeah, alright. We need to hold this Mystic Shot because Zed needs to die. He's just not allowed. And we'll go keep Thresh for pulling guys in to make sure they die and Crazy Shen's not doing dirty things to us. Yeah, we're fine with this. It gets us 2 damage in, keeps the aggression. He's mono Ionia. Swing. He has the 2-drop elusive that bounces. I know you do. I know you have it. Otherwise, this makes absolutely no sense. Because you're going to play 1 guy. It's going to be a 2-2. Holy shit, guy. What are you doing? We Mystic Shot it, right? No, don't ever do that shit. Oh. Okay, guy. I don't. You guys are talking about me playing these people. That's what happens when you take like a week off of Expedition. I guess I'll just float all my mana. There's gonna be a big Zed. I'm afraid. Yo. No lie, I'm considering it. That may be the worst play ever, but should have checked him first to see if how many cards he gave it to. I wasn't paying attention. This is a big boy. Can't really fight that. The theory here is I'll draw 3 off of this. And I can get it back. Or I can just, yeah, shoot this guy. Oh, bye, Felicia. You go away. Alright, I'm going to greed the Thresh play here. Yeah, he's mono Ionia. We're greeting the Thresh play. This is for Zed. Alright, I don't know what you got. Twin Disciplines? Okay, shifting. So, you dealt 3 to me to put Zed back to... Okay. We don't ask questions. I think we scribe because we want to mark. Trying to think what spells would get him out of this. Any of the big pump spells would do it. Barrier? Shadow Shift again. I was thinking about it. I know. There's a whole lot of greed there involved with this. I just want to 8 him to 5. So many living shadows. Play another dude so you're tapped out. Bounce him again. Show me another one. I'm just greeting at this point. He's just done so much silly shit. Oh my god! Jesus Christ. Sure. You'll understand shortly. He flips in the middle here. He'll pull him out leveled, so I'm going to play the guy anyways. I might as well just get him back. They're respectable, but that was hilarious. It was like, bounce my Zed, he's gonna die. Bounce my Zed, he's gonna die. Bounce my Zed, he's gonna die. It's like, yo, how much protection can you have for that Zed? Alright, so we can trade a Thresh for a Jinx. Not happening. We can trade a Scribe for a Shady character. Also not happening. We can trade a back alley barkeep for a Funsmith. Alright, so we now have 2 Thermos. 2 Mystics, we're at 4. 1 Get Excited, 5. 2 Grasps, 7. And a Troop Shot Barrage for 8. Back alley barkeep gets us 1 random card. Keeping the back alley barkeep, let's go! Knowing me, I'll just never hold my removal long enough for that Funsmith to ever do anything. If Funsmith was a little bigger, 3-3, I'd take it. 2-3, I don't care about it. So we got to be careful here because there's going to be some weird level of aggression, and I don't really know what Ezreal's doing there. I'm going to get rid of the True Shot. I'll keep the Thermo. My main concern here is that like I want to hit curve. A, to put pressure on them, but B, I just don't actually know whether they have a bunch of like 3-drop 5/4s or if they have, you know, 1, 2, 3 for the curve or like a million Mystic Shots or whatever. So, you know, we'll play the Academy Prodigy here. If he plays a dude, we swing. If he Thermos, we're like whatever. If he Mystic Shots, we're like whatever. Could be like chump bumps and shit. So the True Shot probably won't do anything. And I just realized we got the True Shot and the Ruination back. So it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, see, like this. Luckily, they have very few pump spells. So I could just hold the Mystic Shot till he does something. They have 1 fight spell that costs 3. But my guy has to be battling also. My Academy Prodigy's not going out to battle against anything that's not like a fucking 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. At that point, we just let the guy go in, right? We have to be careful of a Static Shock here, so we don't want to just jam our guy right away. There's a really weird situation where, like, I could consider just playing the 2-drop. I'd only have 6 next round, but I could wait for his next round to play a guy and then, like, try to True Shot, crazy, get tempo. But that just seems atrocious. Alright, so he stunned our guy. We have to ask ourselves, what is the best play here? We have to ditch something. I think the True Shot's the least impactful. The Ruination, right? Like, at any point where we can cast it, we can just be like, alright, we'll kill everything. Doesn't matter how big or small his guys are. He could play like a Darius that flips and it just like Ruinate and it's dead. So, like, we just let that guy in. Yeah, we let him in because we're going to play our 3-1 and then swing. There is concern here because if he has the Static Shock. If he gets the Static Shock, like, whatever, we get blown out a little bit. Oh, man, I really want to play this Ezreal. But I'm such a chicken. The reason I'm chicken for Ezreal is because if he had, like, Chump Bump in hand, they all get blocked up. Like, in theory, I could just Ezreal swing and then Mystic Shot the Chump Bump. But, like, in general, that doesn't feel amazing. Because then he gets the Mystic Shot and it's useless. But I could realistically trade my guy. I'd rather just swing in like this. And we get 6 to put him to 11. We get to see what's going on. He made this trade, which is fine with us. Oh, we have a Jinx now. So let's see if this is... He would have played Static already if he had it. We could be running into a Chempunk Shredder next round, which is the 5-cost 5/2 that deals 1 to each of my board. So there is some concern there. For 5, what can he play? He can play a 6/5, but we'd have 6 anyways if we play this Jinx. Jinx keeps us up with the whole quick attack thing where we attack and he can't block without losing his guys. Is a big boy. He's fine because we can just Mystic Shot. Transfusion is the one pump spell I can think of they can play to like save their guys. So what if we play the Ezreal? He sets up for board tempo. Yeah, I think setting up for the tempo is going to be better here. Whatever, like this guy's going to have quick attack and we're just going to Mystic Shot it. I'm fine risking the Jinx here. Okay. He got our Jinx for a spell. That's okay. His guy's still considered blocked. We take 8, go to 9. We could thermo his guy before swinging. But we're okay if he chump blocks anything. And keeping thermo back for next rounds. Not really important. It's just, it's strong. So now Ezreal's Mystic Shot threatens either any of these 3 guys. Probably the Legion Drummer. And then we play a Thresh. But we do see which guy he plays here first. Yeah. If we saw a big guy there, we would have shot it. So we'll just kill the 5/2. Our guys are all bigger than theirs, so the Thresh just fights whoever. There was some consideration to Mystic Shotting him, but there's no point. Or not a point that I find largely relevant. We're just in such a good place here. Whatever comes down on his next round that's too large, just thermo straight to the face. So yeah, the stun here for our guys is irrelevant. He just wanted an extra dude to swing with. Big fat Darius. Oh yeah, not that guy. Not allowed. You did. Bye-bye. Quick attack, challenge over. Overwhelm? No, go away. Brothers Bond is the only, like, super disgusting thing I can think of. And even then, we still have a win condition off of some snipe. Yeah. We'll play the some snipe first. Are you failure of a man? Oh, it should have been the amateur aeronaut. We could have went 3 elusive in the air. And then Mystic Shot kill. The flip's largely irrelevant here. I think putting 2 doesn't matter. Or I guess it does, because Ezreal gets stunned. We're short from being able to go Ruination plus Aeronaut. We're only on 9 here. So if he plays some big guy... Oh, irrelevant. We're going to assume that this does the job. He only has 3 left. I can't think... If he has the 5/4 guy who can't block, like, he beats me. But you can't leave the 6/6s in play. And he'll pull a guy in. Yeah. This is why it was important to make sure we got the Thresh flipped. We have 3 Rekindlers, so there's no large concern. Alright. I think this is the do or die situation now. Okay, so we can give up Glimpse for Chump Bump. Mark for a Shredder. Scribe for a Soul Gorger. This is 1 of 6 picks. Let me think of the issues we've been having. Like, our guys are kind of big, but we don't have a ton of power. I think I'm fine giving up Mark for the Shredder. It'll, like, take out the small little guys. It's big enough to, like, trade with things. I don't particularly want the Chump Bump. Like, he's very good. But the Chempunk should do small amounts of things that we need. So I'm okay with that there. We definitely don't like Sump Dredger, so I'll trade that out for Get Excited. Rekindler for a True Shot I don't care about. And Shredder for the Plaza Guardians like so-so. We only have 11 spells. They want us to trade our Thresh for an Ezreal, which we don't want. If this was the other way, I would have took it. Puffcat for a Prodigy, not particularly interested. An additional True Shot seems reasonable. Yeah, we have enough 4s. I'm okay with that. Alright, so it's Prodigy for a Shredder. No, because we have very few 2-drops. Or we have 3, but yeah. You can go Grass for a Mystic. No thanks. Amateur for a True Shot. We don't want that many True Shots. So we'll skip this, because we have only 23 guys. Mist Wraith for a Chronicler of Ruin. That might be correct. The Mist Wraith's not very good. But let's double check the others. Some Snipe for Static. Scribe for a Thermo. Thermo's quite good, but we may not need additional removal. I'd rather get rid of this and set up a Chronicler of Ruin tricks off of like Rekindlers and healing whatever guy. Glimpse for a Rasa. That's like an all day for me. Thank you, Rasa. May I have another? Alright, so we got 2 Rasas. Go in the late game, baby. Alright, let's see what we end up with here. Alright, so we have some late game stuff, and we have Frost, which is a very large concern for us. We don't really have tricks besides just burning people out. So that's a large concern. We kind of know they're going to go late game-ish, but we don't want to also get blown out early, right? They should have challengers. They have a lot of guys with 1. I think keeping this is a little risky, but like, I think I'm willing to make that. I'm on evens. All right, we're gonna keep the whole hand. It's risky as hell. So this actually gives us a turn 3 play into our 4 being true shot. We have 3, 4, 5. He skipped 1. We're the 2, so like we're in a good spot right now. My concern is he's going to be late game, so I just need to like not try to rush him down as much as play dudes and just obliterate him. So he ripped an Omen Hawk off the top. We're fine with that. Actually, we're really fine with that. Alright, we'll get our 3 drop down. Alright, so he's ramping up. The 5 drops are a large concern, so we definitely can't just jam our some snipe scavenger. It's best to just get in there for 3. Alright, yeah, see, that's why. So we're behind on that. We're not unhappy with the situation. If I had got it, I would have gave it to the peddler. Because our some snipe jumps into him, and then we play the shredder. So this might be a situation where we just 3, 2, 1. Now if he swings, we get to kill his guy. And we gained a bunny in the process. Alright, so he gets to take out that guy, and I'm okay if he trades. If he goes and kills the bunny, like, sure. Oh, he wants the peddler dead. I can dig that. Alright, so what are our concerns here? Like Anivia and stuff? So we'll play the Sum Snipe. It leaves us up for the Get Excited. Oh, god damn it. Stop missing. That guy's a big guy. If the Shaman blocks either of them, we're fine with it because the Chempunk gets her. Alright. Douche. Not exactly happy about that. But it's okay. We're on 7 on the next one. As long as we keep him low, the Rasa will clean up. We have the big thermal if we need to. We have Ezreal, Puffcat Peddler, Sump Snipes for the Scribosaurus. We'll pull back the Ezreal here. Did my Ezreal not die? My graveyard just messed up? I'd never played an Ezreal. Why is that shit showing my graveyard? Oh, that fucking boned the shit out of me. That wrecked me. We're gonna Thermo because we're gonna play the Shredder. Holy shit. I don't know why I believe this graveyard. I have the deck tracker thing on. A second, you'll see the left screen in a second. Or maybe not. Okay, so it won't show you the deck tracker for some reason. Oh, wait, hold on. That's why. There we go. So, yeah, there's an Ezreal listed in my stuff. Alright, so we'll Chempunk Shredder to kill her off. We have answers for an Anivia that comes down at some point. Well, like, even though we have answers, we're not particularly happy about them. So I need to bank the 3 and then Rasa him. He'll be at 10, so he'll kill my guy either way. I'm going to close up this graveyard because I can't trust it. One of these guys lives. The other one gets through. I mean, the other one dies. Oh, he blocked neither one. So Ruination to clean that shit up. Or I guess if he just swings, I just Rasa. I don't actually care. He could have a deny. That makes him make sure he gains no health. Alright. If he has any heal here. Alright, so 1 second. I'm gonna trust my graveyard for a second. Scribe versus... Scribe guys aren't amazing, but they're fine. I need more stuff. We're gonna get rid of the true shot. I'm gonna believe he dies here. Okay. Alright. Slow and steady. What spells? I can't think of any spells that wreck me here. So let's go get some random cards. Let's put more guys on the table. I guess swinging would have been efficient as well. Oh man. That's brutal. You're an asshole. Jesus. I have to ditch the Cursed Keeper here for this. The reason is because he can't block. If he plays Crystal Ice Arrow on his round, I need to be able to play the Bunny to block. Actually, the Bunny doesn't even do anything at the point. I need him to block one of these. We're still not dead because we do have the Grasp. Ruination. Okay, that works for us. I could have made it so he didn't draw 2 cards, but I think killing Asher was more important because I needed to be able to throw my Zaunite away. So we got the shit end of the stick on some of these the randoms. That Winter's Breath hurt us a lot. The 3 is fine. So we go to 12. We draw a card. We have a second Rasa to still find. We got a Ruination. We're Gucci, guys. And a Rekindler, like a boss. We got a Ruination, but we still didn't hit a freaking hero, right? I think this thing's way off. I think the Mystic Shot counted as an Ezreal. He goes to 18. I swing for 7, put him at 11. It's not worth it. I need to find a Thresh here. God, where's the... Yeah. I only did this because I have the Chronicler to redo it if I need to. Need Thresh here. There we go. So we can Thresh hit that. If he kills it, we can bring it back. We're in a really good position here. Yeah, we're fine with that. All right. I think we got through everything except for a second Anivia. How close? All right. So he's going to flip right here. I keep the caps because I think I have an extra Zaunite Urchin. So I could play one of them realistically and burn him a little bit. But I could just wait a little just to make sure there's no issues. This should kill him. I pulled the 4-3 here because Brittle Steel. I didn't want him to be able to draw. Alright, so he's back to 12. Trades both guys. Probably draw some puff caps. He dies to the Mystic Shot. Yep, we got there, fam. We got there. Woo! All right. Baby. 17, we got that win. But yeah, no, my graveyard told me there was a freaking Ezreal in my discard pile. I played a freaking Rekindler like a jackass. Almost threw this shit. All right. We did it, fam. All right, so that was the end of that expedition. I probably should have stopped and looked at deck list a lot, but as you saw, like we had a lot of burn spells, but we didn't try to waste them on early guys, unless they were high priority. There was just kind of a lot of waiting and trading with guys, and like, you know, if they overextended and let us burn a guy out, and then we could swing for like 6 to 8, then yeah, I'm gonna, you know, Mystic Shot small guys I don't care about. But you know, it's just like stay above on tempo, make sure you have answers for their bombs, or bombs that they could play, and try to get in those strong situations. Rekindler did a lot of work in most of the matches, like, you know, because Thresh is really hard to kill. Like, we kill one guy, they have to like play like a burn spell or trade off like a second guy, and then like he comes back with a 4/4, and you're just like, oh Jesus Christ. But you know, if we had like a Nivea and stuff coming back, that would have also been like insane. I've done that a lot of times where the Nivea like dies, turns into the egg, and then you just rekindler another Nivea, and they're just like, oh shit. You just crush them. But thanks for watching. Hope that was useful in the process for you guys. I know we had a couple games that were just people like not playing the greatest. So let me know your thoughts, concerns, comments, things you want me to see do better. Comment, subscribe, help a brother out. Deuces.